Good morning, friends. Sat Sri Akal, Adab, and Namaskar. This is my 262 video. Now, this video will be covering what is cadastral survey numbers and why were they given? What does it mean? Were they only given to private properties or were they given to even government properties? Now, we will have to read the Imperial Gazetteer of 1910 when Sir A. Waugh and General Walker with Sir Andrew Waugh, who became the Survey General and Superintendent Officer of India, and on a trigonometrically survey in 1843 on the retirement of Sir G. Everest, designed a great quadrilateral figure of chains of triangulation, which was to enclose and entrust the later conquered territories of Punjab. And this what could have been done for other areas also, but I was reading the chapter on Punjab. So, chapter 15 of the survey and how cadastral numbers were given to private owners. Were these called revenue surveys? They were commenced as early as in 1822 when on the west side of the river Jumna, in the areas and territories of Delhi, Panipat, Rhotak districts, these surveys were being undertaken. The cadastral survey, which applies chiefly to ROYTWARI villages and in special cases to proprietary estates, is carried out on the usual special measurement of 16 inches to a mile. That is a plan made. The cadastral survey, while the scale of a topographical work which includes hilly tracts, large zamindars, and small proprietary estates, varies from 4 inches to half an inch to the mile. Now, see, it varies. That was 6 inches, today is 4 inches, and could be even half an inches. Now, what does the record of right made for Ambala in 1910 speaks? How an example was set to our records from 1843 to 1870, which showed these private lands as freehold but resumed, and also the present number of proprietary property is changed to various other numbers. So I've been always saying that bungalow owners and their numbers, house numbers have changed. Now here in record of right, Sir Campbell is speaking to show how this principle has worked out in the absence of all previous official records. I take as a random example the site and compound of bungalow number 7. The only information which the cantonment office can furnish is that the bungalow is registered as belonging to Roshan Khan and Kareem Baksh, who pay house tax upon it, and that it is tenanted by Lieutenant Colonel Carpendale. Now, Roshan Khan, in obedience to summons under Section 19 of the Revenue Act, has produced 3 registered deeds of sale which show that he purchased the bungalow on 22nd April 1908 from Sardari Khan. Second, that Hussain Begum, wife of Sardari Khan, purchased it from Major General Fulton on 12th December 1882. Now, Lieutenant Colonel Fulton, as he was then, purchased the same from Surgeon General Tersidar on 27th November 1876. In each transaction, the transferee has conveyed his whole right and title in the land as well as in the building. Now, this is a very classic example mentioned in Record of Rights of Ambala 1910. The house proprietors, now Sir Campbell says, have no idea or idiom as to when the bungalow was built, when the site was allotted, or to whom it was allotted. The oldest map of the cantonment which I have seen, the 6 inches to the mile survey of 1866, shows the bungalow as in existence in that year. So, what are we trying to say? Now, I am trying to chain this link to the cadastral survey number. Now, this entire record of right of 1910 says that there was no survey number given to this bungalow number, which is actually being sold from which year? 1976. 1876, sorry. The sale deed is coming. So, when were these cadastral survey number given? But what does the Imperial Gazetteer say? That cadastral survey numbers were given in the earlier settlements of 1822. Ambala is claimed to be made in 1843. So, don't you find that these survey numbers are nothing? They were basically given us in CLA rules. Where is the survey number or anything coming in a cantonment code register? Tell me one thing. So, cadastral survey numbers were to Rotwari villages. These were all given to those settlement registers where settlements were taking, and plans were made from 6 inches to a mile, 4 inches to a mile, or even could come down to 2 inches to a mile. So, why? Because when civilization or bungalows were made, you could not take the plan to 6 inches. It had to be taken to a more smaller variation. Friends, please understand, we were old grants, never converted into revenue free grants. Oh, sorry, we were old grants, revenue free grants, never converted into new grants by the Britishers. Why? Because we were proprietors. Thank you. Good day.